What's going on, everyone? I've got a crazy idea. I wanted to play some Star Wars Unlimited, but today we are playing, and every single time I win, I lose a resource, all the way down to one resource. So how does this work? I'm not actually losing the amount of resources I can deploy in the game. Instead, I am losing the ability to play any card above that resource. So at 8 resources, we're going to start off. I have to win a game with an 8 resource leader and only play cards up to 8 resources. I can't play higher than that. So 1 through 8. And we're going to scale down 7 resources, 7 drop leader like a Darth Vader, 6 drop resources or 6 cost cards and 6 drop leader like Anakin and less, all the way down to 1 resource. Now, obviously, we don't have 1 deploy leaders. The closest is like a Poe Dameron, so we probably end up playing Poe Dameron for the 1 resource slot. But for each of the leaders and cards, I can only play that resource cost of card. Now, I can still deploy resources up to the amount, because we're going to try to win, of course, and if you have no leader to deploy, you probably aren't winning very often. But we're going to use that to hopefully try and win us some games today. So without further ado, a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel, and let me know what you guys think about this idea. Today, we're just going to do something fun. I'm going to play a bunch of random decks, probably not very good ones, and we're going to see if we can win some games. Let's get into our first one. Every deck that I play today will be shown in the description down below, for those of you that are actually interested in it. Let's go ahead and keep this hand and resource the Royal Guard. Probably the Overwhelming Barrage up against Jabba here. I think Legacy Red's going to be ending up pretty good. We kind of threw together some lists, and we're going to see how well they perform. Super Laser Technician Garendon might actually be pretty good. I'm going to resource the Garendon here. And then I think what I'll do is just go ahead and drop in a 1 damage attack with the Patrolling V-Wing. We'll see what my opponent's got as a follow-up. I think I'm going to go with the Super Laser Technician at this point, and then we will go ahead and claim, and we'll see what my opponent wants to do. Ooh, another Super Laser Technician, huh? I quite like that, actually. Let's resource the resupply. Let's go ahead and trigger the Super Laser Technician here, and we'll see what my opponent decides to do as a follow-up. They're going to go ahead and get down their Pike Sentinel. I think we'll attack in for 1 and just see what my opponent decides to do here. Just see. We could potentially change of heart. We're going to double ramp. I mean, it's going to be pretty good here. We're going to be able to see what my opponent decides to do. I'm a little bit worried of like a potential traitorous here. Let's go ahead and defeat, kill off the Pike Sentinel, draw a card, see what my opponent decides to do here as a follow-up. If we get this Super Laser Technician down, we are going to be able to go Darth Vader on this Jabba, and that's going to be pretty good as well. Maybe my opponent has Traitorous. That would be pretty unfortunate. But we're about to find out. We are about to find out. Change of Heart, Legacy Run, Darth Vader. I mean, our hand looks pretty nasty right now. We won't be able to deploy Palp next turn. Let's go ahead and claim here. Another Change of Heart. Ooh. Wow, this is tricky, huh? That is tricky. Cad Bane, P38. I mean, this is tough. Let's go ahead and just get ourselves a trigger from the Super Laser Technician. And I'll probably just go ahead and drop in a Darth Vader here. I don't really see a reason to do anything else. Let's go with Darth Vader. We're going to grab Bazine here. They've got Darth Vader. They got double Darth Vader, huh? Okay, well, we're going to take an Overwhelming Barrage then, and they could go ahead and ambush out their Darth Vader, which will be kind of interesting, because if my opponent does do that, we are going to be able to yoink that Darth Vader in next turn, which is going to be pretty good, because they're going to put a shield token, on Vader, potentially. I mean, honestly, if they put it on Jabba, it's even better for us. But they're going to put it on the Vader, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and claim. They have their Darth Vader played. Sure. We've got Change of Heart here. Maul also kind of functions pretty similarly. I mean, I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and Change of Heart the Darth Vader here. see what they decide to do. I know they have another Vader. I mean, if they have the Timely Intervention plus Vader, they can go ahead and kill off my Vader, but I don't think that's really all that powerful of a play. They've got Power of the Dark Side, which is going to be totally okay. And then we will just pass. Again, we've essentially killed their Darth Vader by doing exactly what we just did. We will pass again. If my opponent... Okay, so they're going to go ahead and go with the Palpatine deploy, which isn't too bad. Ooh, okay, so we're going to have Cad Bane deploy, which is going to be pretty good. We can just yoink all of these units. And honestly, I wouldn't mind defeating the Cad Bane, dealing 1 damage to something, then deploying Palpatine to steal it. Let's go ahead and pass, see what my opponent decides to do. A little bit of a weird situation here. We could have gone with a lot of different game plans, but you never know what your opponent's really playing with the Jabba style decks. Always a very tricky, very, very tricky leader here. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. I mean, again, we can defeat the Cad Bane, deal 1 to something, deploy Palp. Kind of be pretty happy with that. Yeah, we are definitely going to take that Reinforcement Walker. Take control of the Reinforcement Walker. We're going to kill off the Palpatine. Pass. Another Reinforcement Walker, but this time it's ours. And now we have lots of options. Now we have Overwhelming Barrage. We have the potential to start healing up with their Reinforcement Walker that we just stole. We have a lot of kind of expensive cards in our hand. It really comes down to kind of what my opponent's deck truly ends up being. So they've got Timely Vader, which, you know, we were kind of waiting for. Ooh, interesting. They're going to hit... Wow, okay. I'm a little bit surprised on that. I mean, I'm going to trigger the Maul here, and they can go ahead and knock out Maul if they'd like. I'm going to go ahead and claim initiative. Ooh, Bosk is pretty good. I'm actually going to go with Bosk here. Just go ahead and hit the Jabba. Because I do have Legacy Run plus Defeat from Emperor Palpatine. I do have Overwhelming Barrage ×2. I don't really want to be playing Change of Heart. Simply because I can't defeat something with my Palpatine trigger, so Change of Heart's kind of weak. So we're kind of just sitting back, relaxing. I mean, they've already gone through 2 Vaders so far, so that looks pretty good for us. Okay, they're going to go ahead and hit my Bosk for a little bit of damage here. They're going Entrenched. That was a little bit weird. I wonder if they knew what my card did. I don't know. Well, doesn't matter to me anymore. We're going to go ahead and just draw some value here. I would love to see... oh, interesting. Maybe I just Beguile that. You know, let's go with Reinforcement Walker. Let's draw a card. They may have a Power of the Dark Side or something else. Play P38, protect from a Power of the Dark Side. Something cheap to get rid of my Reinforcement Walker. We have a lot of value here, certainly. And we're playing a little bit of a grindy game. Retrofitted Airspeeder. Well, that is not something that you see every day. That is funny. Cool stuff, to be honest. I think that's really cool. All right, Grindin. We're gonna put Bazine down. I think that's really cool. I mean, the retrofitted Airspeeder is a cool little addition here. We're gonna have Overwhelming Barrage though. We're gonna be able to go 3, 2, 3. Kill their entire board here. They probably have a Power of the Dark Side to follow up. I kind of want to get some value out of this Grindin, so playing Beguile beforehand so that I can guarantee take a card out of their hand would be pretty nice. I can also just play Bazine into Grindon, which would be pretty good as well. We have options. We have options, certainly. We're going to be able to start to pick apart my opponent's hand. Overwhelming Barrage is incredibly good. We fought through 2 of their Vaders, so they're not going to have that explosive hit like they had before. They basically traded Timely Vader for my Palpatine, which is good. Okay, so they've got just Vader. I'm going to get an attack in. I suppose I will discard the resupply. I don't really care too much about that. Okay, so now we get to go Beguile. And then now we get to go with Grindon, named Darth Vader. And yoink that. And then we play Imperial Dark Trooper, and then pass. Don't need to resource anything. We've got all 3 Vaders on the other hand. They are left with Maul plus Entrenched. We'll see if they decide to resource something. They probably did, so I don't think... Oh, they are actually entrenching something. I was going to say, I'm kind of be surprised if they decide to entrench something. Okay, they're passing. I'm going to attack in for 3. I don't really see a reason not to. And now they're claiming initiative. So, you know what? We're going to go resupply, and then we're going to do nothing because I don't need to. Right now, if we end up in a game where... Okay, they're just passing. GG. All right, well, we grinded through a long 10-minute game, and we were able to win our first game with only 8 drops or less with Palpatine as our leader. Let's move on to the next. Honestly, the video is just mega scuffed already because I totally forgot Avar was a 9-drop leader, so we gotta run it back. And actually, we got 9 drops now. Okay, 9 drops. Boom. Let's get it. Let's see what we can do. All right, cool. Keep. I love this hand. Looking pretty snazzy here. We're gonna keep the Jedi Consular, and we're gonna hopefully get a lot of value out of this one. Jedi Consular comes down. They've got Queel. Ooh, drawing some cards. I mean, Queel's always pretty good. Blue Leader actually looks pretty good. I'm going to get rid of this General's Blade. They're going to attack. So we are going to play Blue Leader, move it to the ground arena, kill the Queel, and then let's see what my opponent's got as a follow-up. Let's go ahead and get the Force. Jedi Consular. They're ramping. A little bit unfortunate that we can't ramp, but that might be okay. It might be okay. No way to use the Force, really. I'm going to keep the Caloran back. I'm really hoping that this Jedi Consular is going to live. We're going to be able to play Caloran back next turn if we can. Let's go ahead and just immediately deploy the Captain Typho, just so that we can utilize all of our resources on this turn. Let's attack in for 5. They're going to play Gunji. We're going to claim. And then we're going to drop in a Caloran Beck next turn. I mean, they're ramping hard, okay? They're going to be able to play Yoda, for example, on this turn. But let's go ahead and just drop in Caloran Beck. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. I'm juiced right now. We are pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they can put down their Yoda, kill something, play a 7-drop. I mean, it's gonna be pretty good for them, no doubt about it. But let's go ahead and hit the Village Protectors. They have a 3-drop that they are deploying, which, you know, not exactly all that powerful. But yeah, let's find out. I mean, I don't even know if I care to kill the Village Protectors right now, because my opponent's going to be able to put something on top and then maybe kill Caloran Beck, which I would prefer them not to do. And next turn, I'm going to have the... Ooh, okay, so they're going to blind deploy. Killing the... Wow. Okay, so they decided to kill off my Jedi Consular, which, you know, honestly isn't too crazy of a decision because of how much value it's already generated for us. But no ramp, and we are already kind of going to town. Let's go ahead and choose nothing. We don't need to do anything here. Let's go ahead and smack the Village Protectors so that we can kill off their Yoda with our Caloran Beck. Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to do some work here. Ooh. Spark of Hope is actually pretty good, but I think I just have to go with the Mace Windu here. They might have an 8 drop, which is pretty good. I mean, Yoda double ramping is pretty scary. No doubt about it. All right, let's knock out Yoda here. Seems like a pretty easy consideration. They've got their own Caloran back. Let's see what they decide to drop in. Let's go ahead and hit in with the Obi-Wan. Let's pay Mace Windu. We're going to go ahead and kill off, generate the Force again, and then pass. Ooh, Ki-Adi is a very, very solid play. It's a very, very solid play. If I use the Force twice this turn, I can actually go ahead and get my Avar down, which is going to be really amazing. They may have like a Bo-Katan here, which would be pretty good for themselves. Okay, they do not. Let's go ahead and play Ki-Adi. Draw 2. Let's see what we grab. Ooh, another Yoda. That is a lot of Yodas. That is a lot of Yodas. Okay, so we can Spark of Hope back Obi-Wan into our resource pile, and then we can deploy Avar this turn, which would be pretty spectacular. So let's go Spark of Hope here, and let's see what my opponent decides to do. They've got Fel the Dragon. I mean, sure, Fel the Dragon, really not that scary for us. Blue Leader coming in. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and claim. I mean, they just did a... Wow. What is our hand? I mean, I am going to resource one of the Ki-Adis, which seems like a crazy play. That's mainly just because we want to have another resource to be able to Sorceress Blast to trigger Yoda a second time. Oh my gosh, my what is this hand? I mean, we're just dominating a Yoda green right now. We have a million for Yodas in hand. Let's go ahead and give us the Force. Let's see what my opponent's got. 10 resources is a lot. They're going to be able to start to filter through their hand. I'm going to hope that they don't have like a Rival's Fall, but it is possible that they still have Rival's Fall. They've got You're My Only Hope for a home 1. All right, home 1 into Caloran Beck. That is a pretty amazing 1-2 punch here. Let's go with Sorceress Blast. Let's go ahead and deal 3, deal 4. Let's go ahead and knock out the Queel, and then let's pass. Open Fire, Mina Bontarium. We have some options here. I think we can resource probably the Open Fire, to be honest. Ki-Adi's going to allow us to trigger Yoda another time, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and smack in for 5 into the base. They're hitting Yoda for a reason. My thought is that they're going to try to kill Yoda, and if they do, then we can deploy a second Yoda, and then we have a third Yoda, and then we just kind of go to town that way. They've got Luke. That is okay. Let's go ahead and deploy Yoda, heal damage, kill off Caloran Beck. There's a Village Protectors. Village Protectors is good. Ooh, okay, so they're going to... Let's go ahead and claim. I don't want to lose Avar just yet. Another Mina Bontari. I'm actually going to keep that in hand just in case Mina dies here. My opponent with these Village Protectors doing some work. Okay, let's go ahead and smack in to the Village Protectors. Let's see if they trade with the Luke here. They do. Let's go ahead and play out Ki-Adi, draw 2. Let's play Jedi Consular. 6 resources. They're already out of Caloran Beck. They've got a home 1. They're probably pretty deep in terms of their cards in their deck. I mean, ooh, there's a Traitorous, huh? All right, well, let's claim. I mean, Traitorous can do some work. I don't even think we resource anything, to be honest. Let's go ahead and kill Mina. Let's see if they happen to draw a second command card based on them not immediately making a play. I think that is the case. So let's go ahead and see what my opponent's got here. We're going to play Yoda, heal 5, kill Captain Typho. And remember, I can get the Force and then use Jedi Consular's ability to trigger Yoda another time. 9 drops, baby. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some value brewing. Let's go ahead and play out the Obi-Wan, use the Force, deal 8 damage to a spy token. Pass. No need to play anything realistically. I do want to make sure I have enough cards in hand to continuously compete up against my opponent's super powerful deck here. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. I don't think it's a bad idea to actually go for the Jedi Consular here, which is exactly what they decided to do. It makes sense to me. That is the way we can kind of continuously trigger this Obi-Wan. Honestly, I probably could have just attacked their base, but I'm having a little bit too much fun with all of the plays here. Let's go ahead and smack in the Obi-Wan. Yoda gets hit for 3. We're kind of just battling it out, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's go ahead and... So I can play home 1, get a Kelleran back. Let's go ahead and just hit their base for 3, see what my opponent's got. Ooh, very interesting, very interesting. Let's go with home 1. Let's go ahead and grab Captain Typho, I suppose. And then Mina Bonteri, and then pass. General's Blade. I mean, we're going to keep all of our cards in hand. See what my opponent decides to do. Choose nothing. Given that Sentinel, huh? Let's go ahead and smack into Captain Rex. Padme currently, or Queen Amidala currently does not. Ooh, they're gonna. Okay, yeah, I mean, that is kind of a game plan here. They can absolutely do that. Let's go with General's Blade on Obi-Wan here. This is a very interesting game. It's a very interesting game. Let's go ahead and reveal some cards. Captain Typho. So we can go Cinta. Okay, they're conceding. I was gonna say we can't go Cinta, attack in. That's 13 damage. That's very close to lethal. And then we could also deploy like a Captain Typho as a follow-up. Very back and forth. I probably could have just hit the base a little bit more aggressively, but I was kind of enjoying the triple Yoda. My opponent had a lot of expensive cards too, right? The home 1, the Kelleran back. They happen to play multiple Lukes, Captain Rex, all good stuff. But you know what? 9 drops. Now we're down to actually 7 drops because we won with 9 and 8. So let's get down to 7. Into our next game. And, well, we get to play one of my favorite lists. That is Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren, very fun list. I think I'm gonna resource the Craving Power. It's very likely I'll draw another one. Yeah, I mean, we can price on your head the Confederate Courier because it's probably that they're going to go for a quick little defeat on that guy over there. But one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite leaders to play. Just a lot of fun, a little bit more upgrade heavy. It's 7 drops or less, so no Super Laser Blasts or Avengers or anything like that. We're going to keep Craving Power on top. We're also going to keep the Timely Intervention. Yeah, we'll top, discard. So they're going to go ahead and, oh wow, double Timely, huh? They're going to go Power of the Dark Side. I'm a little bit surprised. Honestly, if we just sit it out, wait for our Kylo Ren to deploy, and then go with this plan, I am perfectly happy with it. So my opponent's, objective should definitely be to try and get a little bit of value brew in here with this Dooku leader. Or eventually it's going to be kind of like, why did we even bother playing the deck? Anakin can deploy and do some major destruction here. As with the Super Laser Technician, we are going to be able to potentially get a double trigger. They're going to attack in. We're going to go on and discard the Craving Power just to stall out an action, really. See what my opponent decides to do. We can deploy Kylo Ren should they defeat this Coruscant. They're passing? Okay, we're going to go Anakin. And then we're going to kill off the battle droid. So we're going to get the triggers. And we're going to claim. Legal authority, bolstered endurance. You know, I mean... Sure. Let's go ahead and... I mean, we can play Craving Power plus bolstered endurance. Let's go ahead and just go Power the Dark Side on the Devastating Gunship. Very weird game, honestly. Let's go ahead and discard the bolstered endurance. Another Anakin here. That's pretty good. Overwhelming Barrage, huh? Okay. My opponent with the Overwhelming Barrage, I mean, I guess they can kill Pershing, deal 2 damage. I'm going to claim here. My opponent playing a little bit of a controlling game here. And they're playing Dooku, so I was expecting them to play a little bit more aggressive, but maybe I you know, I mean, my opponent hasn't done anything with Dooku. They're basically just playing a big leader. Let's go with Anakin, -3, -3, -3, -3, ambush, kill Dooku. Fell the dragon, wow. I mean, we'll claim. We're going to go ahead and get down the Dark Trooper. Again, we're doing this because my opponent clearly has Power of the Dark Side, and they're going to go with this direction. We'll have Kylo Ren's deploy. I mean, I don't know. My opponent playing a little bit controlling. Honestly, very lame game. Very lame game. And I'm doing the same thing, so I can't complain too much. But, like, I don't know. I was expecting the Dooku to do some cool stuff around here. All right, let's go with Maul. This is fine. I'll kill the Super Laser, get in for a little bit of damage. They can go ahead and decide what they want to do against this Maul. Probably kill it with another removal option that they have. Okay, I'm going to claim initiative here. Confederate Courier comes down. The Moses contest is pretty bad here at this stage, but yeah, we are going to keep everything. I'm just going to go ahead and smack into their base for a good chunk of damage. My opponent probably has Rivals Fall. It's probably what they're waiting for, to be honest. Let's pass. Let's see what my opponent's got. I mean, they have something clearly. Droid Commando. Sure. Yeah, I mean, we're going to play a Maul, just kind of a blind Maul. My opponent definitely has Power of the Dark, so they're trying to clear the board so that they can Power Dark Side away Kylo Ren. So that's the risky part about this. Okay. Now that is scary. Let's go ahead and claim. We do have a lot of different options here, but we are just going to start with a deploy on Kylo. We can go bolstered endurance, craving power, electrostaff, legal authority. Let's see if they have Rivals Fall. Wow, look at the Rivals Fall. Who would have guessed that they had Rivals Fall? And Power of the Dark Side. I mean, my opponent's literally just playing like my antique Kylo Ren deck right now. Come on now. Come on now. You can do better than that, opponent. I don't think we could win anymore. I don't think we could win at all. My opponent has a little bit of a better game at this point because of all the random units. I was excited to see some Dooku nonsense here, but all I got was my opponent just playing controlling cards. Dang. Again, can't complain that much because I did the same thing. So, no glory on the Reinforcement Walker. There's a Darth Vader. We'll say GG. My opponent's got this one. Good game to my opponent. Alrighty, into the next game. We've got ourselves a matchup up against Han Solo Red, which will be interesting for sure. I think the Rivals Fall's actually going to be quite relevant. I do like double Power of the Dark Side, though, so let's go ahead and start with a discard, and we'll see what my opponent's got on turn 1. We're going to hope that they don't have 2 1-drops, but it's likely that they do, so, you know, what can you do if they have 2 1-drops? Nothing, really. Maybe they have a Pilot, but I doubt it. I think they're just going to go 1-drop, and then, you know, our start's going to be relatively weak. Ooh, yeah. Pretty weak here. I mean, we're going to go with Power of the Dark Side, prevent some damage here. They're going to get in some damage of their own. Let's go ahead and discard the Craving Power. Let's claim. Do they have 1-drop? 1-drop again? 1-drop Daring Raid. Daring Raid. Nice. All right, you know, opponent's got the plays here. They've got the plays. Okay, let's go ahead and just Power the Dark Side again. I mean, they're going to have to resource something here, so we're going to get up to this Rivals Fall, which is going to be pretty good. They're going to get in for some damage here, most likely. Let's go ahead and discard the Legal Authority, and we'll see what my opponent's got. They've got a Cassian Andor. All right, well, another Craving Power. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's go with no Glory on the Cassian here. Then if they decide to Pilot, we do have Rivals Fall, so I'm kind of trying to bait in the Pilot. We'll see what my opponent's got. Millennium Falcon. Well, that's about as good a card as you can ask for, to be honest. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that. Really does not get much better than that. Let's see if they decide to Pilot. I think they have Sudden Ferocity as well. Or maybe another Cassian. Ooh, Cassian would be brutal here. Okay, no Cassian. I like that. That makes me happy. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. They're going to pay 1 resource, probably go Sudden Ferocity. I mean, as soon as we get Kylo down, I'm a little bit happier, but still, I mean, it's going to be very, very close here. Rivals Fall on Cartel Turncoat. Draw a card. Gonna discard the Legal Authority. We're gonna claim Initiative. Win another Millennium Falcon. So my opponent going pretty hard here. All right, let's just resource. All right, so they got 2 Millennium Falcons down. We're going to deploy Kylo. We're going to go Craving Power, Legal Authority. I guess I could have kept the Legal Authority in hand. Okay, we're going to attack in for 7. Opponent's got C-3PO. They're going to draw an extra card. Drew another C-3PO. Not exactly all that strong. Crackshot V-Wing. Ooh, Anakin is a fantastic draw. I think what I'll do is go Craving Power on Kylo. And then we just win the game in 2 swings. I was like, I could go Anakin, but this doesn't win the game in 2 swings. It would take a little bit more action to do that. There's a Bocek, so now we attack for 9, and the next turn we attack for 9, and we should win. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and claim Initiative, and that's GG. Unless my opponent has a Sentinel or something crazy going on. Honestly, I was a little bit worried, but my opponent had double Daring Raid, which is not the hand you want up against me, so that was fortunate. Very, very fortunate. GG. Alrighty. Into our next game. We've got ourselves a Thrawn Green. Not exactly the hand I'm looking for, but this one's far worse. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Sure. I mean, let's pass. My opponent probably just claim. Oh man, they even have the. Bleh. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta be sad, but that's okay. Blue Leader at least giving us some value here. If they do have the Power of the Dark Side, I mean, you know, it is what it is, but okay, they don't. Bright Hope actually could do some work here. I'm actually just going to pilot this straight on a blue leader. Maybe they have no glory and it sucks. I would be very surprised if Thrawn doesn't have no glory. But I mean, what are we realistically to do in this particular spot? You know, like, ugh. All right, let's deal 1 to the Onyx Squadron Brute. Let's pass. Another Chewbacca actually looks pretty good here. We can resupply into... Wow, disgusting, disgusting. Let's put another plot on. Gross. My opponent with the Eager Escort Fighter. Gross. Whatever. Opponent, whatever. All right. Let's claim my opponent. Gonna get some value here from their attacks. We've got a Delphi Patrol Wing, which actually looks pretty good. So let's go a Delphi Patrol Wing, get in for some damage. And I mean, I can deploy Luke as a ground unit. I mean, these Chewbaccas are actually doing some work. I just dropped them on their units. There's the no glory to kind of deal with the Delphi Patrol Wing. They're going to claim initiative, huh? Let's go ahead and deal 1 damage to a unit, and I'll pass because I don't really... Oh my gosh. I mean, what are these draws right now? They're incredible. The Chewbaccas are really what's doing it. All right, I'm going to rely on this. I think my opponent's going to have... Wow, they have another Eager Escort Fighter. How gross. All right, well, let's go ahead and pilot on the 3rd Chewbacca. Opponent forgot. They forgot about it. Opponent had the double Eager Escort Fighter to deal with what we got going on, but it doesn't quite matter now, does it? It doesn't quite matter now. You know what? We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm as a way to spite my opponent, we're not deploying Luke so they can't trigger the Cobb Vanth a second time. Let's go ahead and attack in 4-5 here. They're going to claim initiative. We are going to deploy Luke, play Cinta, attack in, and I mean, we'll pass. I mean, every single thing on the board is lethal. They're going to need an answer to the Crackshot V-Wing, Cinta, and Luke. And my opponent, GG. The Chewbaccas, guys. Chewbacca just crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. And we had a horrible hand. No turn 1 play, but our Chewbaccas carried it. They almost came back with the double Eager Escort Fighter. Definitely a critical addition for Thrawn. Had they not had that, the game would have been super over. They did have no glory, so that could deal with Chewbacca's, but when you draw 3 of them, I mean, you know, I play a little bit of villainy control. My opponents have been playing a little bit of villainy control. It just feels nice to, you know, completely ignore all the removal events and just play Chewbacca's in their face. It just feels good sometimes, you know? It just feels good. And next, we've got 5 drops. We're doing some crazy nonsense, though. What a horrible hand. We're going to see what we can do here. This one's not too bad. I think I've got to resource the Hu Yang and just start with a Gunji. Okay, they're going to go with a 3-drop here. The Millennium Falcon. Okay, so they might be racing us. I think they have a good shot at doing so, to be honest. So I'm not too surprised. But maybe we can do something. I mean, my opponent is going to put a Chewbacca on this, hit us for 7, and then may just kind of run through us. I'm playing a little bit of a different, especially if they resource the resupply. Yep, there it is. There is the Millennium Falcon, and we're going to claim. But, yeah, we're going to see what we could do. I mean, it's pretty brutal. We played a very different version of Han. I mean, normally, oh my gosh, we are dead. We are just dead. Yeah, Quick game, my friends. Quick game. That's what Han does. That's what Han does. We don't have any answer to any of this. We don't have any answer to any of this. We're playing. Oh, and they have a Waylay. All right. You know what? Sometimes you just get Han, and that's exactly what happened. Alrighty. So I know I could probably play Sabine and win without Wrecker, but we're going to try something a little bit different. Play like all units, Han, green, and see if we can do some work in this nature of the game. Let's go ahead and keep this. I like this hand quite a bit, actually. Resource, I suppose the blue leader. Let's see what my opponent has here on turn 1. They've got a TIE Silencer. Let's go with Battlefield Marine. I mean, my opponent, they're going to be a turn late. Ooh, Grogu here, huh? Ooh, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yikers, man. Every single time we try to do something. Okay, they could take another one. Wow, I mean, that is disgusting. Jeez. We have to kill the silencer, I mean. All right, let's pass. We might have to ECL out the A-Wing. How nasty is that? I mean, come on, we could do better than that, right? Right? I don't know. Well, my opponent trying to figure out something with their cards here. Daring Raid. Okay. I mean, we will heal 2 damage from this, deal 2 damage to that. I mean, they're going to be able to knock out both. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. They should have attacked first. They should 100% should have attacked first. If they attack first, they deal 1, they get double trigger, then they can target down away Grogu, and we would have been left in a pretty poor situation. But yeah, this is pretty spectacular because now we can claim initiative, heal up Grogu, and kill off one of their units here. So this is actually going to work out fantastically for us. Still not in in a perfect position, but much better than than we otherwise would have been. Yep, they're going to deal a bunch of damage to us. I mean, they have Overwhelming Barrage coming soon, so I mean, they're going to be set. Like, they're going to be fine here. It's going to be fine. Take another one here. Let's deploy Han. Do I want to deploy anything? I think no. That's Fire Spray. I mean, we have to be careful here because my opponent can kind of do a lot of damage with their deploys here. It's going to be pretty gross. We have Queen Amidala, which at least we'll be able to survive, but I still don't think we're winning. I mean, my opponent just deploys Boba and then goes ahead and puts Overwhelming Barrage on their Fet's Fire Spray, and then they win. Like, I mean, how do we play? They kill Grogu, probably kill a spy token, and then just deal 1 to Han. I mean, they got Overwhelming Barrage, right? I mean, they've got to have Overwhelming Barrage. Topple the summit. Well, that's quite good. That is quite good. Let's just go ahead and play Poe Dameron. Ooh, topple the summit is so nasty, man. All right, let's claim. Jeez, my opponent. Topple the summit ended up being basically as good. Basically as good. Okay, sudden ferocity. I mean, maybe that matters at some point here. I don't know. I mean, we're going to discard a bunch of cards here, right? Oh, I meant to discard 2. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. It probably will. That's okay. All right, let's see. I should have kept the sudden ferocity. If I had dealt 2 extra damage, sudden ferocity to this. Oh, I don't think it matters. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. GG. Good game to my opponent. Alrighty. Let's see what we've got. Revan, next up. Not too bad. A-Wing. Probably Kazuda? Honestly, Akbar probably pretty weak too. I think I'm just gonna go red 5 and a Chewbacca. Maybe that'll win me the game. Let's pass. Sabine's Masterpiece also pretty good. I don't think Kazuda's where we want to go this game. Let's just go ahead and put the Chewbacca on the red 5. Ooh, yeah, we have to kill Ebon Hawk. Can't let that live, because they can disclose the villainy cards to shrink down my units. Let's pass. Grogu could be good. I think I'm actually going to resource Grogu because I can get Queen Amidala down and then Admiral Akbar, which isn't too bad. Maybe knock out a unit. ECL Poe is obviously fantastic for the Revan here. Let's see what my opponent's got, though. Let's go ahead and put Queen Amidala down. Let's see what my opponent wants to do. Tyrannus. Okay, let's hit for 6. Let's pass. Jar Jar into the resource pile. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to ECL out Poe this turn. They can kill the spy tokens kind of freely, which is unfortunate. Get themselves some experience tokens on their units. Yep, there it is. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and hit in for 2. Yep. Smack in for 5. My opponent is getting a little bit of value here, but ooh, yep. And there's the ECL Poe. We will discard, deal 2 to the Deceptive Shade. And if my opponent passes here, I think I just claim. Okay, they're not going to pass. So now we can kill the Deceptive Shade, so now I don't get the ambush effect, and then we attack. And now we have 2 lethal threats, and my opponent probably is done for. Quite a battle with this Han deck, though. Quite a battle. Definitely went with a different strategy than I could have gone for sure, and we had to fight through a few games. This is the longest one yet. I think 4 drops will be actually just easier, which is crazy to think about, but all right, not too bad. And what better way to start it off than with a double red Kylo? Let's get it. This hand is okay. I'm gonna mulligan this one, honestly, even though it's got fallen lightsabers and constructed lightsabers. I'm kind of hoping for a little bit more of an excitement here. This one's also pretty weak, to be honest. Let's go with Death Star Stormtrooper. Ugh. Well, let's pass. Let's see. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and drop down the oh, let's play Migs out. Do they have open fire? Oh, Cobb Vanth. That's not what I wanted to see, huh? All right, well, +2/+0, discarding the Ziton Moj. Let's do 2 damage to Cobb Vanth. Mina Bonteri. Wow. All right, well, we have to Kill that. Oh, my opponent with the Cobb Vanth and the Karis, although Karis ended up not being too bad for us. My opponent really, really obnoxious start, to be honest. Ooh, and they have Cobb Vanth and Queen Amidala. How do we fight through this? Jeez. I don't know. I don't know what we do. I don't know what we do, but I don't think we're gonna be able to win. Ooh. Let's discard. Deal 2. We're gonna be able to Tarkin Town. I mean, honestly, Obi-Wan not as scary as we might have expected. 4/4. Ooh, Battle Fury. Okay. Okay. Battle Fury could do some work here. Chaos of War would be absolutely amazing. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. I may not even play out Mr. Bones just for the pure interest of getting as much damage in as possible. I guess it kind of does the same thing. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just get in damage. Ooh, another Battle Fury and another Migs. Let's resource the Migs. I don't think the Migs is going to do us a whole lot of good here. Timely what? Okay. I mean, let's hit with Mr. Bones here. They attacked Migs first, which makes me think that they don't have Cinta, because they could easily have just gone deploy Anakin, attack with Cinta, kill my Kylo. So they don't have Cinta. And they would have put a Sentinel up to defend against Kylo, most likely. Yeah, they're just going to attack, and they're going to say GG. 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 Not too bad at all. Very, very quick game. Not too bad. Did they say that? Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, they said big fan. Oh, thank you. Thank you, my friend. I was late, but I'm saying thank you now. Totally screwed up the 3 drops. I loaded in the first game, had Han Solo in the deck, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not a 3 drop. So apologies to the player I immediately left when I joined the game, but we are sticking to the plan. We are sticking to the plan. Let's mulligan this first hand. Ooh, into kind of a mediocre second hand, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. Let's drop in the black one, and we'll see where we go from here. They're claiming initiative, so no play here. I kind of like that. We can drop the Millennium Falcon this turn. They've got the droid missile platform. You know, I think what we'll do is just kill it. I know they can deal a bunch of damage to us, but I really want this Millennium Falcon to live. And based on how they're playing, methinks that they don't have much to deal with this. A-wing into the resource pile. No big things that make Kazuda absolutely incredible. So we'll go find out here. Daring Raid. Fett's Fire Spray. Okay. Let's go ahead and deploy as pilot. Let's go Fireball, Tarkin Town, N1 Starfighter attack in. Pass. Okay, we can smack in for a lot of damage. Get an N1 down and go Surprise Strike and punch it. No sudden ferocities, no trench runs, nothing like that. Wow, they have Sabling Fang Fighter. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. And they have the Daring Raid like they showed earlier. Well, we're probably losing this one, guys. probably losing this one. Let's pass. Stolen AT Hauler. Yeah, we got nothing. My opponent's gonna play Boba, kill off Millennium Falcon, and that's gonna be GG. We've got no answer to that, so good game to our opponent. Yep, good game. All right, into the next game, and we've got a similar hand here up against, I think it's the same Boba player. I don't remember the name. It was too fast of a game. And let's go ahead and play our first card, the black one. Let's claim. Ooh, okay. That's a lot of punch its. Let's go ahead and just immediately attack in for 2. Play Millennium Falcon. See if they decide to claim initiative at all. Millennium Falcon's great. Get 2 immediately. Get in some damage here. Attack in for 3. They get to claim. Trench Run is decent, but it's only decent on fighters. And I think this black one's going to die. But I also think we could just resource punch it because... oh, interesting. Well, maybe they have a second disabling Fang Fighter, but we're going to try to keep the... Oh, I should have used the action on... well, they had another disabling Fang Fighter, guys. I mean, come on. It's actually absurd. It's actually absurd. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad. My opponent with the double disabling Fang Fighter and the turn. I mean, come on now, opponent. Come on now, opponent. Jeez. Okay. Wow. Should have done a lot of different things there, but I'm mad. It's okay. It's okay. Overwhelming Barrage. Yeah, I don't think we can win. We'll say GG. We'll say GG. My opponent with the absolutely absurd hand with the back-to-back disabling Fang Fighters and Overwhelming Barrage. Just get me out of there. Into the next one. Let's mulligan this one. We've got more turn 1 plays than that. Come on, let's be real, deck. Let's be real. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. All right. Much better. All right, we've got A-Wing and V-Wing here, which we will go ahead and deploy. Opponent likes the videos. Well, appreciate you. I think this is pretty us favored, opposed to Boba Fett, which is pretty them favored. Ooh, but that's one card that can give them the advantage. Jeez, opponents with the good starting plays here. I like to see it. My opponent probably with a big play this turn. Oh, and they have probably the best follow-up too. My goodness, what a fantastic play. Okay, let's hit in for 2. Let's see if they decide to restore. They do. Let's go Millennium Falcon. Let's get in for 3. Let's pass. We've got Fireball. No big heavy hitters. Like a big ol', let's see. Let's remove. And then let's deploy as a pilot onto the A-Wing, I suppose. And then let's go set in Ferocity on A-Wing. The ability to, use the Force on repeat is pretty disgusting. Gonna avoid a lot of damage. It's gonna heal them a lot. So turn 2 Daughter is about as good as it gets up against us. It's pretty funny. Ooh, and more restoration is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Okay, opponent, you gotta chill out over there. I mean, this is getting a little absurd. It's getting a little absurd, to be honest. Getting a little crazy. I mean, look at this Daughter, right? I mean, look at the absolute mass amount of healing that they've been able to do because of the Daughter. I mean, how much damage has this healed? It is insane. Heroic Sack, definitely very, very good. Wow. What an incredible turn 2 play. I mean, and they have the Yoda to restore even more. This is just insane. It is just absolutely disgusting. We're going to go Heroic Sack in for a little bit of damage. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely just amazing. Let's hit in for 2. They're gonna heal up. They actually are gonna potentially be able to deploy Avar this turn. That's insane, actually, when I think about it. I can't attack. Because if I do, my opponent gets to deploy Avar. They've used the Force Sweat 3 times this turn. No! I need things that allow me to deal more damage. Come on, deck. You can do better than this. Oh my gosh. I mean, we still win. But that was very, very close. That was very, very close. My opponent with the daughter here. Really, really interesting stuff. I was wondering if they were gonna have some big like thing to kill off my A-Wing or something, you know, use Jedi Consular to I don't know what they could have. You know, they could have a million different cards. But yeah, maybe I should have just taken initiative with the attack there. Maybe I didn't have to attack him with the V-Wing at all. I mean, I did have to attack in with the Millennium Falcon, but wow, that was close. More trench runs and things like that would have been the game plan. But wow, the daughter. I mean, how much did that thing heal? That's insane. Down to the 2 drops. This is where the game gets a little spicy, okay? 3 drops we might be able to do. 2 drops, ooh, is it getting very, very tough to play around with. I do not like this hand at all, by the way, but we are going to play it out. It's not the worst hand, but, you know, I mean, my opponent's playing Daedra over there with Tarkin Town. She has an early to deploy that kind of one-shots my Lando very quickly. It just seems very bad for us, you know, I'm not gonna lie. If they have Cyril Karn, it is so over. Oh, they have Strike Ship? All right, well, we're gonna Daring Raid that, Tarkin Town it. Man, who plays Strike Ship in their deck? What a player, man. What are these guys playing Strike Ship? Strike Ship. Strike Ship. Come on now. All right. Draw a card. Use your Daedra action. No one cares. Use Daedra action. No one cares. Nonsense. No one even cares. No one even cares. Is this a win? Are we able to win? Ooh. This is getting interesting. Arm to the Teeth can be played for 2 less resources. I can get a lot of value, but aggression would be very bad. It would be very bad. Okay, let's deploy Lando here. I want to deploy Lando because I'm going to be able to... If I use his action, I won't be able to deploy Lando. And that's a turn later, and that doesn't sound very good at all. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. Yep, let's defeat a resource. Okay. Daring Raid. Get in some damage. Oh, come on, opponent. What is with the strike ships, man? What are with the strike ships? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Attacking for 2. Ooh. Okay, let's play Hotshot Blaster using Smuggle, defeat the A-Wing, attack in, give +2/+0. If any unit gets to attack, we win. Oh, first try with the 2 drops? First try with the 2 drops. Can we do it? Have we done it? 2 lethal units on the board, and they say GG. Let's go. Sometimes you just win with 2-drop Lando. That was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I mean, that was a fast situation, but now we're on to one drops. Oh, can we even win? Are we even gonna be able to win? Oh, I don't even know. All right, this might require a few iterations, but I figured one of the only ways we could do this with only one drops is with, well, there it is, emergency powers. That's gonna be the game plan, my friends. Let's see what can be done here. Yeah, let's see what we can do. I mean, we really cannot play scared. We really just cannot play scared. It is what it is. We just have to kind of go for the throat and hope that my opponent, you know, does something silly, I suppose, because what are we gonna do otherwise? Emergency powers on a TIE fighter could win us the game. Let's see if our opponent... Oh, they let us draw. Ooh, double guild target. Okay, I'll take it. TIE fighter down on turn 1. I mean... Okay, a TIE fighter. Let's pass. Ooh, another TIE fighter. Okay. We're gaming, my friends. We're gaming. We're gaming super hard. I love the one drops, guys. This is gonna be my opponent's like, oh, they're playing Deja. Oh, they have the blue leader. Oh, my heart. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right, guild target. Kill target. They're obviously going to let us draw with this, so we're going to take it when we can. Man, maybe I should use security complex turn 1. Double kill target's going to deal 6 to their base. Let's see it. Let's see it, opponent. All right, they got stolen land speeder. All right, security complex. Daring raid on blue leader, 6 damage, 6 damage, or 6 damage total, not 6 damage, 6 damage. 6 damage total. We have emergency powers on our TIE fighter. We can deploy Daedra, but they have Jedi Consulars, so they can deploy a 6-drop this turn. Not particularly excited about that, but you know what? You know what? It's so awkward playing Daedra, because it's like, yes, I can Daedra and use her action, but also Daedra wants more cards in hand, and we're never gonna have more cards in hand. That's just how this works. Let's go with emergency powers and just drop a bunch of experience on my TIE fighter to try and get as much damage in as possible. Hit for 5. They can go ahead and and they have the Obi-Wan deploy. Okay. Let's pass. Ooh. Yep, let's keep all of our cards in hand because we want to be able to hit in. Ooh, they have Plo Koon. Yep, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and hit in. Let's see, this is 3 resources. All right, let's go ahead and hit in for 5. Okay, they're giving an experience token. Let's go Reckless Gunslinger. I mean, they probably could just kill us. Cantina Braggart. Youngling Padawan. Yeah, my opponent's got the nuts. They got the nuts. It is what it is. I got it. They got the nuts. Okay, they're gonna hit base. Gonna hit base again. And Hotshot Blaster can be played for 5 resources here. But that's not quite enough, huh? Not quite enough. That is GG. We do not have a way out. Jedi Consular just a little bit too strong. All right, good. Our opponents are taking it easy on us. We've got a Revan player on the opposing side of the battlefield. I like that. All right, let's resource our our 2 ground units, and let's hope that our opponent is playing all ground units. Okay, good start, good start, good start. Ooh, actually, we could play every single one of our cards this turn, and we would be happy to do so. Let's actually go ahead and use our action from Daedra and draw a card. I imagine they wouldn't want their Sith Assassin just to die here, so I'm imagining that our opponent's going to give us that. Let's go Ruthlessness on the Forged Starfighter. Let's go Security Complex on that. We're going to attack. And you know what? We are going to play the Cantina Braggart and then pass. Ooh, Guild Target, huh? Interesting. So we can put Guild Target on Stolen Landspeeder. We can kind of do it all this turn. We're going to get an attack in for 2 with Daedra, though, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. Yeah, ooh, look at that. You killed my unit. You're revening. You're revving. Ooh. Revan's going off, guys. It's going off. Someone stop it. Someone stop it. All right, Guild Target, Daring Raid. I was thinking I could keep the Daring Raid for Revan's lightsabers, huh? All right, we're going to attack in for 4. We're going to go to Guild Target. And then we're going to go 1 or 2 damage to it. Let us draw a card. Perfect. And we drew a Hotshot Blaster. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We are destroying. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Just goes to show you can just do some absolute jank. And maybe with the, I mean, it's not like it's won yet, but I mean, we're kind of crushing it right now, my friends. We are crushing it. This is unreasonably exciting. Yep. You got it, opponent. You got it. Yeah, you get that. You get that experience. That's some good experience for you over there. I like it. I like it. Yep, that's a big Sith Assassin. Okay. Yep. Boom, hit in for 4. We technically have lethal right now with an attack with Daedra and attack with Forged Starfighter. They have no good to me dead. Okay, so we're going to attack in for 2. Also, we still have lethal. Yep, we can go ahead and go Reckless Gunslinger. And I mean, again, Forged Starfighter, lethal. They better have an answer. Do they have an answer? They don't. Ooh, that took a lot of stuff. Oh, wait, they have no good to me dead. Of course they have an answer. Of course they have an answer. What am I thinking? All right, let's attack it for 2. Oh, please. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Oh, we did it. I was so excited, but I forgot no good to be dead was a card. Oh, okay. Covert Strength in for 1 last point of damage. Let's go. The Restore 1 from Revan. Yes. That was a freaking game. Well, there you have it. We managed to do 9 different decks, win at least a game, and move on down. Every single one of these was attuned to the limitations. Obviously, there might have been a mistake. I don't know. I didn't like triple check the decks or anything like that. But you know, each one of these was a lot of fun. I totally forgot Avar was a 9 to deploy leader, by the way. But this was just some random idea. The intention was to have some good fun. Anything that I said, you know, take with a grain of salt. It was all meant in good fun because you were kind of memeing the whole video. So it was a good time. You know, honestly, the deck that was the most fun, it was the 2-drops for me. Even though we only got the one game in, I love the idea of Lando and constantly getting a little bit of value from that. The 2-drops was the most fun for me. 4-drops just felt like a good deck. Like it was just double red Kylo. The 9-drops was literally just normal Avar. The 8-drops was basically Palpatine, but you know, without maybe like Devastator or some other big cards. Kylo was missing, you know, the Devastators and Avenger finishing, but very similar to the normal deck. Same with Luke. You know, these four really were kind of a pretty normal deck. As soon as we hit the 5-drops, that's when it started to get a little bit difficult. And this Han was a lot different than the normal Han versions, of course. And we were kind of just trying to go like this little bit of go wide, you know, a little bit of meme strategy where we like play basically exclusive units and see if we can win that way. And it was definitely the worst out of all these decks. Like we just kind of messed around. So the 5-drops took the longest, I think. I think this one took 3 games. I don't remember though. I played so many games in a row, I don't even remember. Kazuda, very similar to the normal Kazuda deck as well, if not the exact same. So that one was pretty similar. Really, the Kazuda, the Kylo, and the 6, 7, 8, and 9 drops are all very close to what you would be playing. But the 5, 2, and 1 drops, those ones were the spicier ones. And you guys got to see a bunch of random decks be played. You know, I was just kind of picking whatever leader I felt like playing rather than doing anything specific. If you guys want to see more of these type of videos, you got any suggestions or you guys enjoyed a portion of this, let me know. I've got some other ideas in the back pocket where we might be rolling those out. And you know, I just had some fun. That was the goal of today was, hey, I want to play some Star Wars Unlimited. I didn't have a specific idea for a deck today. And I just wanted to play some games. So that's what we decided to do. So maybe I'll come up with some more fun ideas and we'll do that. But man, this was a good time. I had a fun time not taking the game too seriously and just rolling through. I mean, I cannot believe we actually won with the 1-drops, to be honest. We didn't even have to use emergency powers for that. That was a good time. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you for the next one.